What's up, guys? My name is Voice Shay. Welcome to my channel. You know how YouTube works. If you like it, you love it, you want some more of it, hit that subscribe button. Do me a favor, before you ask me any questions in the comments, please be sure that information isn't already listed in the description box. Without further ado, you know I'm not one for long intros. Let's get into the video. Thank you for being here with me today. Today's video is about the planets and how they express or what they express about your cosmic DNA and what you are actualizing within your lineage. So, the way that I look at the planets is your ancestors, everyone that has come before you, I like to look at it as passing the baton. Okay, if you run track, you know what that means. It's like, all right, this is as far as I could take it. This is what I could do or couldn't do. Here, I'm passing it to you. Take us further. Okay, so we're going to talk about each planet and what it is requiring of you, or how to see what your lineage, what you need to embody in order to take your lineage to the next level. Okay. So, starting with the sun. Okay. The sun, your sun sign, is the archetype your lineage is integrating and mastering through you. So, typically, whatever your sun sign is, that is what your parents needed to learn from. Okay. So if you are a Leo sun, your parents likely needed to learn to shine, to express their creativity and authenticity. If you are an Aries sun, in some way, your parents needed to learn bravery and taking risks and going for it and believing in themselves, betting in themselves. Okay. I plan on making a separate video going into more depth about how each archetype wants to be expressed, or what, by embodying this archetype, this is how you are helping your lineage expand. So that's a whole separate video. If you want to see that, hit that bell so you get the notification for the next video. Okay. Your moon sign. Okay. Your moon represents your emotional energy. Emotions are energy in motion. So your moon sign tells you how your ancestors, how your lineage is learning to move energy or manipulate energy through this archetype. If your moon is in Taurus, your ancestors are learning to manipulate energy through surrendering to the seasons of evolution, listening to your intuition to know what is needed and what season of growth, integrating patience and watering your seeds of intention until they bear fruit. Okay. Mercury. This is the energetic language your lineage is learning to speak. Okay. So if your Mercury is in Cancer, you are learning, your lineage is learning how to speak the language of emotions, of non-physical energy, and how to use the power of what we emote and direct it productively. Okay. To create understanding, um, and amplify our creations, to feed our creations. Venus, okay? Venus represents the passion your lineage is rediscovering. And through embodying your passions, you are able to realize experiences that your ancestors could have only dreamed of. Okay? You are your ancestors' wildest dreams. Okay? Mars is the intention and inspiration that your lineage wants to experience through you. If your Mars is in Gemini, the intention is communication, sharing knowledge, speaking different languages, connecting with different people, expanding our perspectives through communication. Okay. And your Mars sign represents what inspires you and how you emote inspiration into the world. Your Saturn, okay? Your Saturn represents the healed legacy that your family wants to leave behind. What I have noticed is that, especially if your parents had you during their Saturn return, you are one of their teachers. Okay. You are here to help your lineage master what has been holding them back in the past. And if you heed the lessons of Saturn, your lineage will then have integrated a new gift into their legacy, a new power, a new ability. Jupiter. Jupiter represents where the luck has shifted in your lineage and the area where you are now experiencing abundance. So if your Jupiter is in Libra, in the past, your lineage might have really experienced negative relationships or toxic relationships or imbalanced relationships. And the person that came before you, likely your parents, might have transmuted that energy or really dedicated their life to um, relating on a higher level and seeing it from a higher perspective. So as a result, when they pass that baton to you, you get to take it and run, so to speak. So Jupiter represents where that baton is passed and you get to take it and run and experience the hard work that the person before you put in. So it's that saying, I walked so you could run. Jupiter shows you where you can now run for your lineage. Okay. Neptune. Neptune represents the collective consciousness or the higher wisdom that your lineage is learning to channel. For example, Neptune in Capricorn, your lineage is learning to channel seeing beyond outdated structures or the illusions that those structures have created, and how the world is living based off of the illusion and not truth. And you are here to embody the spiritual truth, the unseen truth, and live it so that it shifts society and how people relate, act, etc., live, govern, because this is where I'm talking about as it relates to Capricorn. Again, there will be a separate video where I go into the archetypal expressions of each planet and how that manifests in your DNA, in your lineage. Uranus represents how your lineage wants to contribute to the innovation of society. Okay. So, how do you need to lock into your weirdness, your unique ideals, in order to help usher in a new world, a new way of seeing, a more expanded perspective, a higher view of existence? Okay. Pluto represents how you are alchemizing the pain of your lineage into power. Okay. So Pluto represents the shadow, or what was the pain that was inflicted on the lineage before you, and how by you facing it and conquering the fears, that weakness is now transmuted from your bloodline and turned into power. So Pluto shows you where your lineage has been held back, or the next transformational realization they need to have in order to lock into a new level of expanded power. Okay. Now, mind you, that was a simplified explanation of each video. If you are looking for a more in-depth explanation, please be sure to get a reading with me, and we will go into the depth of your ancestry and what you're here to actualize by embodying your authentic self, and how you are expanding the gifts and power of your lineage. Again, my link is in the description box if you are interested in scheduling a reading with me. Spots are filling up fast. Thank you guys so much for the positive responses that I got from my last video. I greatly appreciate you. If this resonated with you, be sure to leave a comment, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.